Hi, I'm Linda from Barlates Body Blitz. Welcome to DIY Equipment Home Workout. If you haven't watched my last video detailing how to make some home exercise equipment out of items that are just laying around your house, then please head on over to my YouTube channel and have a look at that. You can definitely still use regular equipment. I'm not going to go into detail about each item, but basically I've got leggings as a resistance band. I've got a rolled up towel instead of a Pilates or bar ball. I've got some rags here instead of gliding discs. I've got a broomstick, which I'm going to use for some twisting through the waistline. I've made some hand weights with a container filled with rice. So they're approximately, say, 2.5 kilos, which is just over 5 pounds. And I made some ankle weights with socks, and I put some chickpeas in there, and I'm going to secure those with some hair ties and safety pins. So that's my equipment, and if you have the equivalent resistance band, Pilates ball, gliding discs, hand weights and ankle weights, that's what we will be using today. I'm going to try and keep each exercise isolated, so in case you only have part of the equipment, you can just fast forward to the part where I use what you have. Okay, so we're going to get started holding onto our leggings or our resistance band, and I want you to make sure that you have got a bit of tension on there already. We're going to stand with our feet turned out, knees are soft, and all we're going to do is step back behind us in a curtsy, but it's a very shallow curtsy, arms overhead. You're pulling out as your arms come up, and you're really thinking about pressing your shoulders down and back, up and up. Squeezing your shoulder blades, stepping behind, keeping that turnout. Your tummies are in, stretching through those arms, feeling a really nice awakening in the entire body. Behind, a few more, 4 and 3, 2 and 1. We're going to stay on one side and bring our knee up. Stay on one side, step behind, and as you bring the knee up, I want you to bring your elbow to your knee. Behind and knee. So now you're keeping your legs nice and soft the entire time, never straightening, and maybe sink lower as you curtsy behind and lean down to the side. So you're leaning this way, leaning that way, leaning and leaning, always maintaining tension on that resistance band because you want to make sure you're burning out your arms at the same time. 2 more, down, tap, up, last time, down, tap, up. Now stay in this curtsy, we're going to row and row. So you've got that nice pull and you're going to row and row. Staying in the nice curtsy lunge, low now. Tummies are in, twisting through the waist. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Behind and behind. We're just going to switch sides. So it's curtsy behind, step across behind. And I want you to sweep and sweep, sweep and sweep. So keeping it waist tight, behind. 4 more, 3, 2, and 1. So put your hands back overhead. We're going to lean into it, come into the curtsy, tap and up. Lean, tap and up. So lunge into that curtsy, keeping the weight in the heel of the front leg. And then bend all the way down, bend all the way the other side. Tap and up. You're never fully straightening and you're trying to keep that pull on your arms, okay? Never let that band go soft in the middle. You want it taut and tight. And up. And if I go too fast, please slow it down to your pace as long as it's challenging. 4 more and down. 3 and down, 2, down, last 1, come down, and we're going to do that side to side, side to side. So it's almost like a figure 8, pulling on those arms, pulsing a little bit in those legs, and really starting to reach towards the back. Tight through the belly, belly button's pulled into the spine. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Nice job. We're going to come into the center into a wide plie position. So I want your feet turned out and your weight is in the heels, and you want to make sure you're wide enough so your knee is not coming out over the front of your toe. So we're going to grab our band and anchor one hand close to the shoulder. Then make sure that there's tension on there. We're going to do circles while we pulse the leg. So circle it, but keep your palm facing the floor. It's push and push. Circle, push, circle, push. With a little pulse in those legs. Never straighten those knees. Keep it low. Push and push, push and push. It's a circle around. This should feel nice on the shoulder. 6, but there should be burn. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now stay low, maybe choke it up, and now just punch, punch to the front. Anchor this in. Punch and punch to the front. There can be a tiny bounce in those legs. Punch, 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 punch. Come on, breathe through it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now come up on this toe if you can, and make sure you don't fall over. We're going to keep this anchor. Now the palm is towards the back, and we're going to go out and in, and we're going to pulse down and down, down and down. Push with your elbow up to the ceiling and squeezing the back of your arm. Now if this is too unstable, just stay here, don't do the bounce, or maybe put your foot flat and just concentrate on the arms. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, last one. We're going to do the same thing other side. So anchor it however you want. Make sure there's tension on here, and we're going to do those big circles. Circles. It's a circle punch. Circle punch. And if you find that you don't have enough tension there, then choke up on it. You're only cheating yourself, right? Circle punch. It all depends on how stretchy those leggings are. If they're really stretchy, you need to bunch it up more. Circle punch. Circle punch. Come on, you should be breathing. If you're really stretching those leggings, then you should feel the burn. 6, 5, keep your arm up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it down, little circles with a pulse. Circle punch, 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 punch. So it's a tiny circle. It's mostly just a punch forward. And you've got your little pulse happening there. 8, 7, 6, 5, come on. 4, shoulders down. 3, 2, and 1. Now come up on this toe as high as you can. We're going to face our palm towards the back now. Make sure you're really holding that, and we're going to go out and in, and we're really going to try and sink low, low, low in the legs. Breathe. Make sure your body's upright so you're not leaning forward. Keep your chest high, your shoulders down. Try to press your elbow up to the ceiling, up and up. Squeeze the back of your arm, your tricep. That's what it's for. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last thing with that band, we're going to start picking up the heels, alternating, and we're just going to pull and pull diagonal. Simple stuff, but we've been in this position with the legs for a while now, so this should hurt, and we've had tension on our band the entire time, right? So your shoulders should be feeling it. All the way out and out. Come on, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. We don't need the band anymore, but we're going to pick up our weights. So make sure that you always have a nice soft stance with your knees. Pick up your weights carefully. I'm going to keep my arms by my sides, my shoulders are down and back, and I'm going to keep my weight predominantly in the heel of the front leg. I'm going to start stepping back and doing biceps curls, back and in. So it's a tiny little step back. It's like a mini lunge, but I'm mostly keeping the weight in the front leg, okay? So you're slightly hinging to the front. So it's up and down, all the way to your shoulders and back down. Breathe through it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to stay this side. Anchor it. Really make sure the weight is in the heel. Tummies are in. We're going to go out and in. Push up and down. Out and in. Pulse, pulse. Push up and down. So on the out and in, you're pulsing the leg twice. Pulse and pulse. Up and down. Now on the up and down, you're not fully going up with those legs, okay? There's going to be a bend in those legs. Up and down. Out and in. Up and down. Now depending on how heavy your weights are, you're going to feel this pretty quickly. Up and down. Go for 4. Up and down. And 3. Squeeze those arms in each time. 2. Up and down. Last one. Up and down. Now we're going to pull in the knee, overhead together. Pull in the knee, push your hands together. So your palms are now facing each other. In with the knee, up and down. In with the knee, up and down. Make sure the weight is still in the heel of the front leg the entire time. Up and down. So you're really just putting your toe down and you're going to feel that glute on the supporting leg. Up and down. Knee and lunge. Knee and lunge. So it's a curved overhead press. 3 more. In and up. 2 more. In and up. Last one. In and up. Hold it low. Single, single. Up and up. So I'm going up with my legs as I'm pushing overhead. Up and up. Up and up. So this one burns. No matter how you do it, try and stay low. Breathe through it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Guess what? We're going back to the other side. Same thing. So anchor your heel. You're hinging forward slightly with a flat back. Elbows are by the side. You're going out and out. Push up and down. Out and out. Push up and down. Push it out to the back. Up and down. Out and out. Push up and down. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And as I said, if you need to slow it down, please do it. Out and out. Up and down. Out and in. Up and down. So it might be a bit wobbly here, and that's okay. You're using more muscle groups. Okay, that's a good thing. Up and down. Out and in. Up and down. Pushing overhead. So remember, not straightening fully through those legs. 5 more like this. Up and down. 4. Remember, pulse, pulse. And then 1 bigger one. 2 and 1. Remember, stay down. Tummies are in. Now, instead of going overhead, we're going to keep our bicep curl and just come in and in. Tiny little pulse in the legs. Breathing through it. Last thing with the weights. In and in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Put those weights down, and now I'm going to grab my broomstick. So I've got a broomstick that you can adjust the size. I'm going to make sure that when I hold it a little bit wider than my body, that there's still a little bit of space. We're going to come into just a soft knee position, and we're just going to start rowing and lifting our heels a little bit. So I'm rowing behind, as if I'm rowing a kayak or a canoe down the stream. Hinging forward a little bit with a flat back and coming up on those toes each time to keep my lower body activated. Now this is all about the waistline. So you want to squeeze and squeeze, keep your belly button pulled in, push your shoulders down and really twist into it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to do a little combination. We're going to come into a side lunge. We're going to sweep, and then we're going to angle it. Come in other side. Sweep and angle. Sweep and angle. So you don't have to touch all the way down. I just want you to bring your leg down, twist to the back, and then twist over so that other arm is overhead. Twist and reach. Side lunge, twist to the back, twist and reach. And the lower you get in those legs, obviously, the more you're going to feel it. And the lower you get with that bottom arm here, obviously, the more you're going to feel it, right? So twist it and come down to the back and overhead. Nice wide stance, so you get a little bit of dynamic stretching with that other supporting leg, right? Why not? Multitask. Across and up. One more each side. Across and up. Last time. Across and up. Come back to this side. Make sure you've got a perfect side lunge, and we're going to stay here. We're going to go across and up. Back and over. Now try to keep your arms relatively straight with a bit of a micro bend. And up. You're bending directly to the side. Don't lean to the front. Are you feeling this in your waistline? You will feel it tomorrow if you don't feel it now. Back and over. 3 more. And over. Are you lowering your leg? And over. Last one. And over. We're just going to go over. Push. Stay low on your leg. Tummies are in. Push. So now you're almost rotating by pushing the bottom hand this way and pushing the top hand the other way. Are you feeling the side body? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come into the other side lunge. Make sure you've got a nice wide stance. Same thing, across to the back and over. Across to the back and over. So when I say over, I mean reach that arm over to the opposite wall. Breathe out on the hardest part of the exercise. So here and here. Always breathe out on the exertion. Over. Really feeling your waist. Stay low in your legs. 4 more. And back. 3 more. And back. 2. All the way to the back. Last one. And back. And now we're just going to keep doing this one. Rotating, leaning directly to the side, not forward or back. Squeeze the waist, squeeze, squeeze. Go as low as you can. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're coming back into that plie position we were in before, because why not, right? We're going to keep our inner thighs heated for when we do our squeezes with the towel. So arms are overhead this time. Stay low, so you should be able to wiggle your toes. Come into this rotation. I want you to keep the rest of your body still. Just rotate, rotate. Arms are straight with a micro bend. Blow out as the hand comes to the front. Rotate through the waist. Belly button pulled in, shoulders are down and back. rotate. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bring your bar in front of you and we're going to do those same circles side to side. Stay lower in the legs, side to side, side to side. Leaning directly to the side and bringing those arms over as much as you can. Come on. We're nearly done with the stick. 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And last thing, really fast but controlled twists. Arms are in front, twist behind and behind. Behind and behind. Try to keep your chest to the front. Just rowing behind with those arms and that broomstick. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Put that down. We're going to do a little tiny segment with the gliders. Nothing crazy. I'm just going to fold my carpet because I need the smooth space. And I'm going to use my rags. So put the rags, or face washers in my case, underneath your feet and then come into a plank position. Yes, we're going to be doing some abs in plank. Now if you have weak wrists, you might want to elevate this or even go down onto your elbows. That definitely works as well. So make sure that there's nothing behind you. Come into that all fours position or that plank position and just start bringing your knee in and in. So I just want you to get used to the feeling of those gliders. Depending on your flooring, this might be tough or it might be super easy. Mine's tough because I've got ridges on my floor, so it actually isn't easy pulling my knee in. 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. We're going to stay on one side. Bring the knee in, extend, knee in and back. Bring the knee in to the opposite elbow, extend, in and back. Knee in, extend, in and back. Knee in, extend, in and back. Just 4 more. In and back. 3, in and back. 2, in and back. Last one. In and back. We're going to come up and then straight back. So it's up and wide, narrow and back. Up and wide, narrow and back. So you're ending up in a little froggy position or a low Asian squat, and you're trying to keep your hands on the ground. And back. Just 4 more. And back. And 3. And 2, this should be getting your thighs as well. And last one, and back. Guess what? Other side. Knee comes in, extend the leg, in and back. Knee into the opposite elbow, extend across and back. If you can't do this, then you can just do the knee in and come back, okay? That's your option. 4 more. In and out, in and back. In and out, in and back. 2 more. In and out, in and back. Last time, in and out, in and back. Nice job. We're just going to use one side now. I'm going to give you a micro break because that was tough. Deep breath in through the nose. So if you want to lose the glider underneath the back leg, you can. Otherwise, you can just keep it there, and we're going to come in and back, in and back. So with the back leg, you can kind of just slide out a tiniest bit and then come back into plank. So it's almost like a running action, bringing your knee up, in and back. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. And we're just going to switch the sides. In and back, in and back, all the way in. So you should feel a bit of a stretch through the hip flexor of the straight leg. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last 1. And we're done with the gliders. You can use them to wipe your sweat if you've got sweat dripping off your body like I do. And we're going to start using our ball of towel, a towel ball, or if you don't have one of these, you can even use a small sofa cushion. So we're going to lie it all the way down, and we're going to start off with the ball or with the towel between our inner thighs. So you just want to make sure you're really able to clamp that in good, okay? We're going to have our hands by our sides, relax through the upper body, and all I want you to do is bring your legs up with a 3/4 bend and just start squeezing in. So you're squeezing in on the ball, squeezing, squeezing, activating through your inner thighs. You want to make sure your spine is pushed into the mat, squeeze and squeeze. So if you're finding that this just isn't as hard to do as a normal playground ball or a bar ball that you might be used to in a studio, you can make it tougher by using the other side, so making it wider. So the wider the surface, the more it has give to push in on itself. So just by doing this, I can definitely already feel it more. Squeeze and squeeze all the way in, breathing and squeezing. 8 more, 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I want you to maintain the squeeze. I want the back leg straight and the front leg bent. But instead of just having it straight, I want you to angle so that your leg is coming towards the back of your knee on the straight leg, okay? So it's almost like an L position type situation. From here, we're going to squeeze in, we're going to drop it and come straight. Drop it and come straight. So as you drop, you bring that leg behind, and as you straighten up, you straighten the leg, and it's turned out. So this front leg, the angle is about 45 degrees. You're dropping and you're extending. Drop and extend. Drop and extend. Now you may not be able to drop as far as me without your back lifting off, okay? So if you want to just stay up here, you can do that. Drop and extend. 6 more. 5, I hope you're squeezing on that towel. 4, 3, 2, last 1. Now I want you to bend that leg again. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. We're going to do a reverse curl. We're going to tap down, then push our hips up. Tap down, push up. Tap and push. It's a tiny push from your hips up to the ceiling. So imagine this straight leg is trying to poke the ceiling and push. You are squeezing the towel. Anytime you need to adjust, adjust. This leg is still bent and turned out. Squeezing in on that towel, tapping the toe, pushing up. 4 more, and up. 3, and up. 2, and last 1. Squeeze, 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 just a little up, up. So you're poking the ceiling, toe is high, up, up. Squeeze in, push up with your hips. It's a tiny motion. You're not going to see much. You're just pushing up with those hips. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Come back to center. This time our feet are on the ground. You want to really make sure you've got a tight squeeze on that towel. We're going to lift our hips and just squeeze in, squeeze in. So you want to lift your hips, squeeze your glutes, your tummy's in, slightly tuck your hips so that you're shifting your hip bones towards your ribs. So tuck it up and then just squeeze it. Very simple, effective movements for the inner thighs and glutes. The higher you push up, the more you're going to feel your glutes. The harder you squeeze in, the more you'll feel your inner thighs. So just keep going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're doing the same motion on the other side. Bring your legs up. This one, the kneecap remains towards you. The back leg, you're going to cross behind. So you're just basically bending your leg so that this ankle is behind your knee. You're not touching. You're going to tap down and extend and straighten. Tap down, extend and straighten. So the lower you go with this leg, the more you're going to feel your lower abs engaging. When you straighten the back leg, it's turned out, so your kneecap is not facing you, it's facing the corner of the room back there. And as you straighten, I want you to think about squeezing in even more. Squeezing in on that ball. And up. Down. And up. Come on. You did it on the other side. This is our only abs on the mat. 4 more. And straighten. 3 more. Squeeze, squeeze. 2 more. Last one. Now keep it bent, and remember that tap down, push up. Tap down, push up. So you're squeezing in on the towel, keeping that lower leg nice and static, moving the entire shape of your lower body. Press into your palms. It will help you to lift up a little bit higher, but I don't want you to use momentum, okay? You're just pushing up with those hips. It's a tiny move. Up, down, and up. And remember, you can just stay here. You don't have to tap all the way down if it's too much. 3 more. 2 more. Squeeze, squeeze. Last one. Stay up, and we're just going to push up and up. So squeeze in as hard as you can and up. Poking that toe towards the ceiling, up and up. Try not to swing, up and up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One final thing with the towel, put it in between more where your knees are. Come down and your feet are wider than your knees. So push your knees in, push your feet out. We're going to come back up into that bridge where you squeeze your bum cheeks to lift up. Come up onto your tippy toes if you want to advance it. Squeeze and squeeze. So it's a tiny squeeze and tuck, tiny squeeze and tuck. Tucking your hips towards your ribs, squeezing your glutes, squeeze and tuck. Come on, last bit with this ball. Then we just have ankle weights and we're done. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. So that really burned out your inner thighs and your abs, right? I hope you felt that. Now to our ankle weights. So if you have regular ankle weights, use those. If you have made some bean sock ankle weights like I have, they might take you a little bit longer to put on. I'm using my safety pins here, and I'm also going to secure with my headband so that I didn't do that properly. You want to make sure it's nice and tight as you can get it, because you don't want them kind of falling off halfway through the exercise. And I'm going to use my band in the center, and then I'm going to do the other side. If you have regular ankle weights, you might want to fast forward this bit because it may be annoying to watch me struggling to put on my ankle weights. Or you might take it as a little break. In that case, do some push-ups. Don't just watch me do something. Use your time. Okay. Right, all we're doing is side lying because we love it, but you know how mean I am. I'm going to do mean side lying. So I'm going to do L position. If you cannot do L position, an L position is with your leg in an L shape to your body. The easier version is to keep it either on an angle or directly in line, okay? So this is your leg raise. This is your medium. This is your hard. So choose your level and just come along with me. Up and down. Up and down. So this exercise is tough even without an ankle weight. So if you've got an ankle weight on and it's heavy, I feel sorry for you because mine is only about 1 pound. So I can handle this. I'm keeping my legs straight. I'm trying to keep it completely straight behind the knee. I've got my hips stacked on top of each other. I am not slouching in my shoulder. I'm pushing out of my shoulder. my tummy's in. And that leg should already be burning here, right? That's what we're targeting. Getting into those outer thighs, into the outer glute. 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. Guess what? You get to lie all the way down. Extend your other leg, so both are in that L shape now. Bring your knee into the chest and extend. In and extend. If this hand is in the way, you can just move it to the back. In and extend. So you want to extend your upper leg directly on top of the lower leg. And you want to try and keep a gap there, right? Because we're mean and we want to make that leg work even more. And if you let it rest on the bottom leg, then you're missing out, right? 4 more, and 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go back behind in line with the body, into that L, up and down. It's back, front, up and down. Back, front, up and down. The entire time I'm hovering my leg. I am not letting it touch down. Up and down. Back, in line, up and down. So if you're doing this with your leg more at 45 degrees, you just have a lesser way to go towards the back, but I still want you to go as far as you can back, even past your center line, to feel your glutes squeezing, okay? Back and in, up and down. 4 more. Back and in, up and down. 3. Come on, squeeze the glute. Up and down. Last 2. Breathe, breathe. Last 1. Up and down. Now it's knee and it's toe. It's knee and it's toe in an L position. And I hope your leg hasn't migrated backwards, right? So if you're doing advanced, you keep that leg at 90 degrees. Knee and toe, knee and toe. Last bit on this side. Knee and toe. Come on. Really turn your knee up to the ceiling, toe up to the ceiling. Breathe through it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last 1. Guess what? Same thing other side. So come down on your elbow first. Make sure your hips are stacked. If you're choosing this position, do that. Otherwise, if you want to come all the way up, do that with me. Tummies are in, up and down. Now you can either flex or you can point. Doesn't really matter. I've got this leg bent for the first exercise, but if you want to go ahead and extend it, you can. So this is your option. This is intermediate, and this is more beginner. And with beginner, you probably don't want to be wearing an ankle weight because you're going to probably find it hard enough without. And if you're advanced, even without the ankle weight, this is still advanced, okay? Up and down, up and down. Remember, you're not touching together if you can help it, or at least you're not resting. 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now we're all coming down and we're going to both bring our legs here. Make sure your hips are still stacked and your tummies are in. And we're just going to bring the knee into the chest and then squeeze back in line. In and extend. And remember, if this hand is in the way, just move it to the back. In and extend. In and extend in line. So hovering that leg, keeping your outer thigh to the ceiling. In and extend. And remember, this is your option. So this makes it so much easier already. And if you're here, it's a lot easier. So make sure you choose a level that challenges you, okay? You don't want to just do something and not really feel it. You should feel major burn and lactic acid buildup right here. 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now remember that sweep to the back, back in line, up and down. Sweep to the back, squeeze the glute. In line, up and down. Sweep to the back, in line, up and down. If you're here, you're sweeping further behind, up and down. Sweep further behind, up and down. If you're here, sweep further behind, up and down. You might want to bend this leg if you're here, simply because it gives you more stability. Sweep, up and down. Sweep, up and down. It's okay if your upper body moves a little bit with this exercise. It's larger range of motion, so you should actually be thinking this is a little bit easier, right? 4 more. Breathe through it. 3. Come on, you know the next one's hard. 2. I'm not trying to kill you, I'm trying to shape your glutes. And 1. So it's knee and it's toe. It's knee and it's toe. So remember that rotation. Rotate your foot up, your knee up, your foot up, your knee up, as much as you can rotate. Are you feeling that burn yet? You just know that there's something chiseling in those glutes when you feel that lactic acid and you just want to give up, but I say 10 more and you comply, right? Because you want great looking glutes. 7, come on, 6, 5, breathe, 4, 3, 2, last 1, awesome job. I know you just want to die here, but we're not going to do that right now. We're just going to do one last little thing and then we're done with this workout. Sit with your legs in front of you. You want to hold your tummy in, but then curve your chest slightly forward, and your fingertips are by your side, but you're not putting weight on them. You're just using them for a bit of support. Flex your feet. It's in and in, in and in. See how I'm just bringing my knees in and in. So you're going to feel this in your hip flexors, and you're going to feel this in your abs. Bring your chest forward, tummies are in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just one side. Now, tap your foot, pick it straight up. I am moving my body slightly towards my knee now. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big burn in the front of the thigh. Come on, you can do this. Breathe and breathe. And this, it might be too fast for you. Slow it down. Take off your ankle weights. Whatever you need to do to just finish it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You know I'm mean, right? Pick up your legs and just alternate. This is the last exercise, I promise you. Alternate, alternate. Try and keep your chest forward. You're sitting back a little bit more, that's fine. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take off your ankle weights, we're going to stretch. Yay. So they stayed on the entire time. I'm very impressed with my workmanship here. They don't look the best, but they definitely did the trick, and I definitely felt the burn. We're going to use the leggings to stretch. So just come into a cross-legged position, hold on to those leggings and stretch up overhead. So push your arms behind. So this was a kind of a total body workout. We didn't work some muscle groups, so you didn't work your back that much. You can definitely do some bent over rows, push to the side with your weights, or some bent over flies. For chest, you can do just regular push-ups, or you can use your weights and do some chest flies. So there's many different exercises you can do, and you can definitely go onto my YouTube channel, come to the front, and you will find lots and lots of exercises you can do with this DIY home workout equipment. To the front on the other side. That feels good. Now I'm just going to bring my band behind me, and I'm going to push up, stretching through my biceps and shoulders again. Nice job. You can put the band to the side, legs in front, and just leaning over, keeping your legs nice and straight. You should be able to feel the stretch in the back of your legs, hamstring stretch. Now, if you want to deepen it, hang on to the foot. If you can't, you can hang on to a little bit lower and then just open that up. Stretching out behind the leg, rotating through the spine. Shoulders are down, and we're doing the same thing to the other side. Rotating, really pushing your foot into that hand. Nice job. Just bring your feet together and open that out into a butterfly. Inner thigh, definitely felt it with that rolled up towel. You might find that some of these pieces of DIY equipment are more effective than the real thing. And if you do, why not just use them instead? Come to the side, heel to your glutes, push your foot into your hand to intensify the stretch on the front of your thigh there. Nice job. And other side. This was quite a simple workout. I kept it simple without too many difficult combinations so that you can really feel the equipment working. And for glutes, just figure 4 and push your chest towards that shin. And other side. Ah, that feels so good. You might not even need to push your chest forward. You might feel the stretch even down here, and that's totally fine. Everyone's different. And finally, come into an all fours position. Push your spine up to the ceiling. And then release it. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth and all the way up to the ceiling. Hollowing out through the abs. And release. And that is it. Thanks so much for joining me with my DIY equipment home workout. I hope you still felt the burn and got a good sweat on, and I'll see you at the next workout.